Focusing on the issues today, I'm certainly concerned about the ethnic and religious minorities in Syria. Dr. Maenza, the National Defense Authorization Act provided for conditional repeal of the Syria Act. Within 30 days, the president, under that repeal, is due to submit a report to Congress certifying whether the Syrian government has committed itself to aligning with several U.S. priorities. Among the determinations is whether the Syrian government has made progress in providing security for religious and ethnic minorities, removing foreign fighters, particularly from senior government military positions, and investigating serious human rights massacres of religious minorities. If you were to submit that report today, how would you assess the Syrian government's fulfillment of these conditions?
Thank you so much for the question, Congressman. Of course, I can name three quickly that the government has not met and that they've not taken steps to remove foreign fighters. In fact, when the Kurdish woman's body was thrown from the building in Aleppo, it was apparently a foreign fighter who did that. Upholding religious and ethnic minority rights in Syria, clearly these targeting of minority communities with violence, and we still continue to see that at smaller numbers in the coastal areas. Even in Soweto, there were 4 people killed over the weekend. We saw some continued violence that would not make that threshold. And of course, the March 10th agreement. You know, I don't think most people understand, but the last 2 months of the year, the Kurdish leaders couldn't even get a meeting with Damascus to talk about integration. And when they did have conversations, they were always about how to integrate the SDF in, or how the next thing after that was going to be energy. And yet they were never really talking about how to integrate the government in. And it almost felt like a setup. And I would talk to the U.S. government, and then I talk to them in the Northeast and say, like, why isn't
I'm going to try to squeeze
so,
in.
Go ahead.